Hello, everybody, and welcome to our DVC journey.
Hi.
So today we are going to be talking about Magical Beginnings. That is a new sales program that DVC has going on that they've announced a little bit ago, but I was kind of holding off talking about it because I wanted to get a little bit more details as to what the program is and how it works. But first of all, we're going to tell you, Gail and I are not licensed realtors by any means. So you need to speak to directly to DVC to get the details and make sure that they're accurate for you as far as what your situation is in purchasing DVC contracts. So with that out of the way, we're going to talk about that. It seems as though, at least for me, I was thinking that it was only limited to the Grand Floridian as far as this program that they've announced, Magical Beginnings, but it encompasses a lot of the DVC resorts. What Gail's doing is looking up the list of them because we want to make sure we give you accurate information to go by. So Gail, we've contacted our guide to get clarity on it. He sent us an email. So this is the list of resorts that are included in this program.
So the offer applies to Animal Kingdom Villas, Alani, Bay Lake Tower, Copper Creek, Old Key West, Polynesian, Riviera, Saratoga Springs, villas at Disneyland Hotel, villas at Grand Floridian, and villas at Grand Californian.
Okay, so quite a few of the resorts that we're familiar with, some that are not in there. And I kind of picked up on that anything that's a 40-year contract, like Wilderness, Boulder Ridge is a 40-year contract. That's not in there. Copper Creek is. Boardwalk is not on there. Beach Club and Yacht Club are not in there. And of course, Hilton Head. It just seems like the 40 years are not in this. But the long list of resorts, all of them vary a little bit. That's why we're telling you, you need to talk to a guide. If you don't know who your guide is, because we've been members of DVC since 2001, we've had a couple, three guides. You know how that is if you've been members. Your guide changes, you lose contact with them. But I'm going to post in the information below our guide's name, his phone number, and his email, so you can contact him if you don't have a guide. We're not affiliated with DVC or any resale market program. We're just sharing this with the community of DVC members and those who want to be DVC members. So that's the list of resorts that there are that are in this Magical Beginnings program. And what they're doing, a minimum purchase is required, excuse me, of points that a person has to purchase. It's 150 points. And Rick, our guide, had said that they can split the contracts pretty much whatever way they want to.
Right.
So if you have a 150 point contract, you can split it 75 each, or 50, 50, 50, whatever. You do have a little bit more closing costs involved with that, of course, we know that. But why would someone want to split those? Well, we've done that with our contracts. We've gotten a few contracts that are direct, that are Blue Card eligible, right? So with our future planning and estate and all, we want to make sure that each of our children have a Blue Card contract so that they can get the benefits of the Blue Card. And the Blue Card, you do have some benefits. Those, of course, can disappear at any time. Right. But we have seen those come, and some of them have stuck around for quite a bit. Blue Card benefits that we like is certainly the dining discount. There's one particular that you really like.
The shopping discount.
And I like it too. I mean, look at the stuff back here. I probably bought most of it myself, but those benefits are there. And the splitting of the contracts just allows so that if you do pass it on to your loved ones, they'll be able to continue with that. But why make the video now is because on Facebook, of course, we're members of different Facebook pages, and some of the members have commented as far as what they're getting contracts purchased for, these 150-point contracts, and splitting their contracts, for those purposes also, like Gail and I have. But they have gotten them the current offer from DVC without any discounts or credits or anything of that nature. Is, I think, $217 or $219, somewhere around
Right.
there.
And
It's
you're
within
using
$2 of that.
Grand Floridian as an example
Grand
right now.
Floridian, right,
Yes.
right. This is what they had mentioned in their post in Facebook, Grand Floridian. And so it's $217, $219 is what DVC is selling those contracts for. But with all the incentives, the credits, whatever you want to call them, they were able to purchase their contract with the Grand Floridian for $161 a point, roughly. That's an incredible deal. So why is DVC doing this? I don't know. I don't work for them, but I got to think that they're probably looking to sell out of their resorts. They still have some inventory of Riviera that's left, Grand Floridian. We know that Polynesian is going to be coming on within another year, whatever that might be. So they probably want to off that inventory. And the other ones that have been sold out, if you remember, in the last year or so, they bought a lot of inventory. The right of first refusal, the ROFR, they were very highly involved with that. So they probably want to sell off some of that. So they're offering these incentives to those existing resorts also. So we just wanted to share that with you. Again, we're going to give you our guide's contact information. His name is Rick Palmero, super nice guy. No pressure. You can contact him. We'll give you a phone number. We'll give you an email. If you don't want to speak to a rep, you've not purchased from DVC before, we'll give you his email and just say in the email, I prefer only contact through email. Give me this information. This is what I'm interested in. So you'll have that. Part of this program, the incentives or discounts, credits, is that DVC is offering to buy your first use year points back at $22 per point, is what Rick had said. So they're going to give you $22 per point. They'll buy it back. What does that mean? Well, if you're buying a 200-point contract from DVC, they're going to write you a check for $4,400. That can go towards, you've already financed your contract or paid out of your own accounts, cash or whatever. They're going to give you a check, send you a check for $4,400 if you bought 200 points. They're going to send you a check for $4,400. You can put it back in your checking account, or you can put it against the loan if you ended up financing the contract. So that gets you into the DVC program. If you're already into the DVC program, what do you get out of it? Well, we all know you get a beautiful resort. You're on the monorail system. And also you get your points deposited into your account right away versus resale. You got to wait for that, to happen, and the closing takes a bit of time to go through that cycle. We've bought resale, so it's not a bad thing. I'm not speaking poorly about resale. It can be very good, but at $161 a point with the incentives that are being offered and everything, that's priced lower than what a lot of the contracts are on resale for Grand Floridian. And you look at, is the contract stripped or is it loaded, those types of things. But what if you're already have just resale contracts and not a Blue Card member? Getting in, this gives you an opportunity to get in as a Blue Card member at a good discount, and then you can split it, because when you buy resale, you don't get to determine how many points you're going to buy. As far as what the contract is what the contract is. Right. Your use year is your use year. With DVC buying direct, the use year is wide open as to what you want your use year to be. It's available for you. You don't have to wait for it to come around. So it gives you that opportunity to get into DVC, to have a contract that is a Blue Card, so that you can take the advantage of those benefits that are out there, because I don't understand it. I don't agree with it. But resale DVC doesn't give you the access to the lounges,
Mm.
even though you're a DVC member.
Mhm.
How would you feel, Gail? You're a DVC member, but you don't get your 20% off of
Right.
merchandise.
I would feel
But
sad.
yeah, it's I don't get it. I don't get it. I understand you're trying to promote the sale of it, the contracts, but you're a member, you're a member. That's how I feel. But at least this gives you access to it. It's a possibility. You can split the contracts. Like I say, if you want to go with a um, future planning as far as a state, you can make that part of it and say split my contract 2 or 3 ways, whatever it might be. You don't have to wait around for the right contract to come around. It is what it is. You tell them how you want it structured. Resale is a little bit different. When we bought resale, we were looking for a contract, and this is how many points it was. This is the use year we wanted. We had to wait for that to come about, and we had to wait for the person to accept the contract offer that was selling it. We had to wait for a ROFR, for DVC to say we don't want the contract. A lot of things have to happen.
Mhm.
If you have that time and the patience,
Mhm.
you can save a good bit of money buying resale. Absolutely. But with what Disney has going on right now with Magical
Oh
Beginnings
yeah,
and
for sure.
offering to buy back your first year's worth of points with that discount, all we're saying is it gives you an opportunity to get in as a DVC member and have a blue card with it, and to be able to say Grand Floridian's a home resort for you. Now, if you are not Grand Floridian, but you are Saratoga, or you are one of these other resorts that Gail named off, Riviera or whatever, you can say, I want, don't forget, they're offering it to all of them.
Right. And the offers are different on all of them. So
Yes.
it's really important that the main thing is they've got some really good incentives going on right now. So if you're thinking about it, it certainly doesn't hurt to check into it, see what the offers are,
Yeah.
do your own calculations. But it's definitely, if you're in the market thinking about it, it's definitely worth checking out for
Yeah.
sure.
Absolutely. And we would like to know if you've done this with DVC as far as this magical beginnings. How was it for you? What resort did you buy into? What program, because the program's a little versatile, like Gail had said, different levels of incentives. Obviously, if you buy more points, you're going to get more of a discount off of it. So, where did you buy in? How many points? What kind of a discount did it work out? How you wanted it to? Or if you checked into it, it wasn't for you. What didn't go well, or what didn't convince you to buy the DVC at that point in time? So, anyway, put comments below. I'm going to put Rick Palmero's contact information below for you. Again, we're not licensed realtors, so please do not listen to us at all. Take it for a grain of salt, as they say. Check with a professional. Check with your DVC guide. If you don't have one, you don't know who yours is, whatever, you've never had one because you bought resale, contact Rick by phone, super nice guy, or just email him and say, I don't want to talk to anybody on the phone. He'll be happy to help you out. So if you are still listening to us, you're with us, this content is good for you. It's available for you in the future. If you would hit subscribe, hit like, share this with other people that could be a benefit for them also. But as always, thanks for joining us today on our DVC journey. We look forward to seeing you on our next DVC journey, and we'll have content similar to this talking about our favorite things, which are
Everything Disney.
all things Disney. Thank you again. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.